Finally, after what felt like an eternity soaring through the clouds, we were back. The grand familiar doors of the Enchanted Library creaked open, welcoming us home. But the comfort we expected was gone. Something was terribly wrong. The books, usually glowing with a soft, warm light, now flickered like dying embers. The air, once filled with the gentle rustle of pages and the hum of magic, was silent. The whispers were gone. A shiver ran down my spine, a chill that had nothing to do with the outside air. Then Clara gasped, her voice trembling. "Some of the books, they're missing." Her words hung in the silence, and that's when we saw it. Against the far wall, where a solid bookshelf had always stood, was a staircase. A dark, winding staircase spiraling down into the earth, a place we never knew existed. Strange, glowing runes pulsed along the stone walls, casting eerie shadows that danced like ghosts. As we cautiously stepped onto the first step, an ancient inscription lit up, revealing the name of this forbidden place, the Shadow Vault. Felix, ever the joker, tried to lighten the mood. "Well, at least it's not the vault of no snacks," he quipped, but his smile faded quickly. The deeper we went, the heavier the silence became, pressing in on us until even Felix's bravado vanished into the gloom. The air grew colder, smelling of dust and forgotten secrets. Down in the depths, the staircase opened into a circular chamber. Ancient artifacts lay scattered on dusty shelves, but one object drew Isla's gaze, a tall, ornate mirror, its silver surface clouded with age. As if in a trance, she reached out and touched the glass. The moment her fingers made contact, the mirror flared with a blinding light, and Isla cried out. She wasn't seeing her reflection, she was seeing the past. Visions flooded her mind of a man, tall and proud, the library's original guardian. His name was Malachar. We saw his dedication, his love for the library. But then, betrayal. His own apprentice, greedy for power, turned against him. We watched in horror as the vision showed Malachar, his heart broken and twisted by grief, turning to the very dark magic he swore to protect. In a desperate, final act, he sealed his own corrupted heart inside a cursed tome, hiding it away deep beneath the library, in this very vault. When Isla stumbled back from the mirror, her face pale, she pointed towards the center of the chamber. There, floating in the air, was a massive, glowing orb. It pulsed with a weak, sickly light, like a fading heartbeat. "The heart of the library," Clara whispered in awe. It was the source of all the library's magic, and then the terrifying truth clicked into place. Malachar's trapped spirit, his shadowy essence, hadn't been dormant. It had been feeding on the heart's energy, slowly siphoning its magic to regain strength. To save the library, to stop Malachar, we had to heal its heart. Isla explained that the only way was to find the lost pages of the Heart Codex, a powerful spellbook that contained the library's purest magic and held the key to its restoration. We had a new mission, but we had no idea that we were already too late. Just as we resolved to find the codex, the ground began to tremble violently. The stone chamber shook as if in the grip of an earthquake. Books flew from the shelves, their pages bursting open as streams of black mist poured out, coalescing in the center of the room. The mist swirled and thickened, twisting into a horrifying shape. A shadowy figure emerged, half-formed and indistinct, yet radiating an aura of pure terror. Two burning red eyes fixed on us, and a voice, cold as the grave, echoed through the chamber, chilling us to the bone. "You freed me," the shadow hissed, the voice undeniably Malachar's, "and now, I will finish what I began." He was awake, and he was standing right in front of us. Panic seized us, but instinct took over. We fumbled for the magical items we had collected on our previous adventures. The whispering feather, the sky crystal, the jungle seed, each one began to glow brightly in our hands, their light pushing back against the encroaching darkness. Malachar's shadowy tendrils lashed out, but our small collection of treasures formed a protective barrier, a shield of pure magic against his dark energy. The air crackled, the light from our items clashing with his shadows. He was too strong, the darkness too overwhelming. "Together," I yelled, my voice hoarse. "Focus all the magic together, on him." We held our items aloft, pouring all our will, all our hope into them. A massive, blinding wave of light exploded from us, engulfing the entire chamber in its brilliance. The light faded, and for a moment, there was only ringing silence and swirling dust. Malachar was gone, vanished. We stood there, breathing heavily, relief washing over us, but it was short-lived. I felt a searing pain in my arm, like a hot brand. I looked down, and my blood ran cold. There, burned onto my skin, was a strange, glowing mark, a twisted, shadowy rune. It pulsed with a faint dark light. Everyone stared, their eyes wide with horror. They understood at the same moment I did, when we forced him back. A part of Malachar's soul, a fragment of his dark essence, must have latched onto me. The heart of the library began to glow a little brighter, a sign of its slow recovery, but all I could do was stare at my arm, a terrifying new dread creeping into my heart. Clara's voice was barely a whisper, filled with a fear I'd never heard from her before. "Arthur, what did he do to you?" As she spoke, the camera zooms in on the mark on my arm. It pulses once, a malevolent, dark glow. And from the shadows, echoing faintly, as if from a great distance, we hear it. A low, chilling chuckle. Malachar's laughter. The screen fades to black. To be continued. Thank you so much for joining us on this thrilling chapter of our adventure. If you're on the edge of your seat like we are, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. We couldn't do this without you. See you in the next episode.